how you doing? So today, just a second. Yeah, so today you are going. It's been a while since I did Ruby on Rails video, and so today I decided to just drop in and uh, do a live coding on the project that I'm working on. So basically, it's an e-commerce Ruby on Rails API only application where you can create products and product to cart, create orders, and the entire process of e-commerce ecosystem. So what I'm working on at the moment is I'm on the cart feature, adding items to cart and the everything involved around it. So please feel free to follow along, and also do share your comments if you think or if you see that I can maybe we can do something better. Yeah, I'd really appreciate your feedback. Yeah, so I'm currently writing tests for adding items to the cart, and as you can see I've done so it requires authorization. So this context covers that, and then when you're authorized, it's supposed to give you 201. And then now we have products without variants. So any product without a variant will automatically pick the master variant, because each product is supposed to have its one master variant and then plus the others. So if you decide your product is just on its own, that's it. It will be automatically assigning one master variant, and then for products with different variations such as colors, sizes, you are also given that option to add those variations. So I'm going to, without variants, I'm going just to create a product, then my parameters should be the same with the other one. In fact, I think we can just have everything here to this part, because we've already covered this. So this means that whatever you are doing after this context is authorized. So we don't need this, we already have this. We also can also remove this and do away with this and add it here. Yes, save. My guard should pick up that section and run the specs. For some reason, I don't know why it's a bit slower when running tests. This was not the case, and I'm using Ruby version 2.66, and Rails is between this. Anyway, I think it has some, I'm not sure, but I think it's something to do with Rails, but we'll just figure out that later. Now let's run all the tests. Yeah, so we are all green. So let's try with postman. Where is postman? Create the folder. This folder should be cut of cut. Then we add not really. Remove this, delete. We also should have add folder cut items. So add request. So this is supposed to be post. Environment. So I don't really have an environment. So how do we add one? Iteration, comments. It's really weird. Okay. Environment. I'm going to call it shop dev, and then base URL. I'm going to have default, yes, so initial value HTTP localhost, put 3000. I think to pick automatically with that. Shop. Okay, so post. I'm going to do a base. Why is it not picking this? What am I doing? It's really weird. Oh, did not save. Okay, so base URL, and then this is going to be cut. Then I think it's one and cut items. I'm going to save that because if you look at the terminal, I think I already have one cut in place. God, I have so many. So cut, reload. So cut dot first. Yeah, so it's one. And then let's do a post request. Need to add one for auth. So it's supposed to be cuts, not cut. Yeah, so let's add a new folder. So auth and request post SURL. It's auth body or JSON. So it's email test. I'm not really sure. So user dot first. So that's test at user.com. And password. It's just password. Good. We now have a token. Okay, let me just save this. To our cart authorization bearer. That's it. Yeah. So you're missing details. We need our body. So the body cut item. And then product ID. We also need not cut ID, SKU ID. And then we also need amount. then we are also going to require quantity, but by default this is 1, so I'm just going to give it 1. So for products, to put trash, new folder, going to do products, and then and requests, so this is going to be get all some base URL, products, limit, just limit by 2, save. If we look into our result, we have this product. As you can see, the product has a default, so this one doesn't have a master variant. Let me just do 20 because I want a product in a master variant. So this is going to be most of them do not have it. 100. I think the latest ones are the one with the master variant. Yes. So product ID 41. So and request, we are going to do 1, and then I get, so it's base URL, products, then 41, save, get. Yeah, so this product has a master variant. We got SKU number of this. So what I need is the product ID, which is 41. So let's go back to our cart items. So this is going to be create product ID 41. Sorry about that. So it's 41. SKU ID. So we need an SKU for this specific product. So product dot get find 41 is equal to this dot master dot SKU. So SKU is ID number 37, but I think that one already exists. Amount, just do 200 post. Yeah, the product has already been taken. So this I'll still have to change the error message. That is, I don't know if you can do it over here. Message, allow me message item. Let's do item ready invest account. So let's see. Yeah, so I'll have to find a way to override this message. Yeah, so let's try a different SKU. So does this product have variants? Yeah, so we have variants with SKU number 36. Yes, so it has worked. As we can see, we have the cart ID data. No, I mean it belongs to cart ID number 1. The product is this, and this is the SKU. Now let's add a different product. Now let's do 40. Let me see 40 with this. 39. Interesting. to a postman. So this other one is 38. Yeah, so let's do 38. Yeah, fine. So SKU 35. 35. Product ID is 39. What? Product can be blank. Oh, it was 38. So yeah, so as you can see, it's already created. So let's add a different feature where we can now see all items in a cart. So all, ideally this one is supposed to be nested inside here because it's dependent on this. So cart items dot all, so base URL cart, then carts, then ID number 1, then should be cart items. So let's see first, we don't have that route, so let's define that route. So I'll keep creating the route first. Let's go the TDD way. Don't want to close that for the server. Okay, so let's add this. So Rails, okay, Rails G. No, we already have the. You already have the controller and the route defined, but let's add show. Show. So at cart, let me just leave that. Sorry. Let's write our spec. First request, then we have cart items, then should have show. Show spec.rb frozen string literal. Then require Rails helper spec describe. So it's get cart items. Here it's supposed to be cart. Cart ID, then items, type request, undo, context, when authorized, do before post get cards. Why am I not getting the auto completion? Cards path, cards items path. We also need cards What's wrong? What's wrong? Okay. Let's cut. Create cut. No, so it's back. It returns response with status code 412. We also have context and cut results and list do it response with alpha context and user requests when current user is not on off cut. So this one, let's say I know your cat ID and I try to access it. It shouldn't give me that the items within that cart. So this means that we need to handle that situation either by returning I think the best course of action is to return for now instead of something like 3 forbidden. That will show the user that the cat actually exists. Yeah, so it's better if we just return 4. That way they want to know if the cat really exists or not. Yeah, so there do and so that's it on the sad path. And then now we come to the happy path. Context so just go and write the text. It returns cut items and what else? Yes, so I think that's it, the minimal test that we need to ensure that it works before we add other complexities. So I'm going to add these. So first create cart with different items. My factory, so cart with so trait, I think it's trait with items. Do so how do we write traits? Factories think products where I've written create with image. So after create product, now you're supposed to add the items. So after create, it will give us this instance. So in the other case it will be cut and the evaluator. So do cut and then evaluator. Now we need to create cut items. So create list cut item. But now so evaluator will have the count, also transient, so it will be transient do items count. By default it will just be 1. So evaluator, this evaluator dot items count. So we have that, and then the cut will just be cut. So we need to refer to this cut. So cut item now, SKU. So we need the product. So we need to pass the SKU and the product. So how do we do this in a nice way? Because if we do item, it will create a random product, but for the SKU, so let me see product. Look at the product, not really there. So it's product, so it will create its own master variant. So the SKU, because I'm worrying about the SKU now. So we need to only assign the SKU. So that means creating our own product and passing our own product here. Let's do something different. Product. Cut item. Product. Create. Product. So we need also to match create list product. So the count will also match this. So that means if you are adding 5 items to a cart, we will also need to create 5 products. And then now for each of these items, we need to assign specific SKU. For this, because we need to pass the SKU. Okay, cool. So what I'll do, I'll just do products. So products dot map of each do product, and then so you're going to do cut item. So instead of creating a list, cut item, and then the cut obviously will be the cut, product will be this, and then SKU now will be product dot master dot SKU. Yeah, so this will ensure that after the cart is created, we are going to create products based on this, and for each product created we are going to create a different cut item, and then the cut item will be mapped correctly here, product will be unique, and the SKU will be unique. Yeah, so hopefully this works. So cut, create cut, so with items, and then you're going to pass items count will be 2. Yeah, so this should work. This so expect, where's my guard. Good. So I expect response dot to have HTTP status for one. No, it's unauthorized. Don't know what's happening with my editor. It's really lagging. Okay, let's see. Hang on. This thing is really slow. No, it's taking my CPU. Okay, so yeah, so we don't have this route. Here's our configuration, routes, cut items, and then we should now have show. It should work, but to show spec this. So I'll just switch to it's spec request. So this is cut items, show spec, line 11. Hopefully this will be faster. Yeah. Why is it no route? It's weird. Get cut items path. Sure. Controller. Rec routes. Cut. I see. It's not supposed to be show. Sorry about that, guys. It's supposed to be index. So that's fine. On our controller, we are supposed to just open up my terminal. So this is supposed to be index. Now we can run our test successfully. Index spec. So it's line number 11. So it's supposed to be, oh shit. What are these? So index. Yes, again, or routes, so index. Run the tests. Tests are taking long to load. Yeah, so we are green. So let's go to the next test. Now in order to scope this cut to a user, so you're going to create our current user, create user email is equals to current at mail.com. So that will be our mail for this user. User current user. As when making requests, we are supposed to use a different email. Let me do this. Let's make a request. So before, I have a helper function for generating authorization headers. So it's post get cut items path cut, and then so headers goes to authorization header. Then we're going to pass in our custom email, which will be guest@mail.com. So let me just see. So do we need, so we need this? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So let's go to this. As you can see, we have user, create user. So if you don't pass an identity, it will automatically create a user and pass the identity for this user into the JWT payload of the token. So which means I really don't have to pass anything, so that it can create a different user and use their different identity. Yeah, so given that, it will prevent, given that, that means when the authentication process kicks in, it will find a different user, and it will attempt to check with the cat if it belongs to that user, of which it will be false, and that's where we are supposed to return 44. To do this, I'm going to just expect. So I don't have that functionality yet, so we are going to fix that in a few. Response dot to have HTTP status not found. Okay, so this is it. I don't think we need the parentheses. So this should fail because we don't have that functionality yet. So I'm just going to do cat is equals to cat dot find params cat underscore id, then with okay, so at cat items is equals to at cat with items, then render JSON at cat items. This should work, but we are not filtering. Why? We are not filtering by the user ID of the current user. So in order to do this, so how do you filter in Ruby on Rails? So let's do cat guest is equals to user dot create email dot guest at mail.com fun 712 422 653. Don't call me, that's my other number. That one. it's 99324 192. Yeah, we're going to do what else do we need? Password, the password, I need to wrap this in, say, the string rollback of first name, last name. So first name, guest, last name, user. Okay, so we have this user. So cat dot find, because we know we already have cat ID number 1 dot user. So they are not equal. So before even we query for the cat items, we'll just do if cat dot user is equals to current user is not equal to current user, id render JSON separate JSON message cat not found status not found. Yes, so shorthand syntax, yeah, so you're still within the limits. And so if it passes, now we have this and this. Yeah, so this should make our test pass. So this is number 20. Sorry, a little type. God, I really don't know the issue. Double render. Okay, so you can just stick with if else. And just cut this, have it inside here. This should pass. Yeah, this should automatically pass. So for this, I'll also need to move to copy this functionality to the cards, because I had not added this. I think I should add a filter, but it's still in two places. So this so it's just cards. So that filter user current, yeah, so this should do, because we want to only list our own cut items. So we'll have a special scenario for administrators and people with different roles, but for now we are treating everybody as if they are customers. The next, the one for administrators and escalated privilege, or users with escalated privileges, will have a different, will come and refactor this functionality over here. Yes, so that should be it. So it's, yeah, it's passing. We are getting 4.4. Let's go to our spec again. Okay, so when the cut doesn't exist, automatically that will be 4.4. We don't need that, it's already handled, because it's using find, and on our application controller we are handling record not found, so it will automatically return this one. Yeah, we could raise that exception over here. So let us try raise active. For some reason my auto completion is completely messed up, so raise this. Okay, so let me log in as guest user. That mail, then attempt to get cut ID number 1, because we know it was for the test user. So cut all authorization, this bearer guest user token, yeah, not found. So not found. Yes, so here we can still use this shorthand method, because if you raise an exception, it will automatically not run this entire part. What I'm looking at is to pass the model. So if you look at the application controller, exception.model, so how can we pass the model? Let's try doing this model, cut, and see if this will work. Not really. Trying to see p exception. I want to see what is being turned over here. So Yes, so model, we need to pass in string. So how do we pass a model? Dot name. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be name. Really? Exception dot model, because if you look, just try. So it's giving me nil. Huh. It's interesting. Let's inspect. Methods. So you have that model and that message. So it's still on the message, but anyway, so we can have our own custom error handler and raise that with our own custom message, and that should work. But for now, we are just going to stick with our if else. Yeah, so this should work. Yeah, cat's not found. So I think that's it. I'm way past over time. Next time we'll have a look. If I manage to finish the tests, that will be okay. So I'll do these tests, and then later we'll come and look into the order functionality. That's now creating orders. We'll map our order with the cart and do the processing. Yeah, so have a good day, and also please remember to comment and give your feedback. Thank you.